I would say a very positive thing in my upbringing was that if I was told no, it meant no. And if I was told yes, it also meant yes. And so therefore it built up a sense of security with me as I built up the trust. My parents built up their trust in me, and me likewise with them, because I always knew where I stood.
You see, now it would be a different thing, They'd be wondering why,
Yeah.
And they would keep coming back. But when we were, like Pauline was saying, when we were growing up, if my mother says no, she meant no. And that was it.
I think it's important to let them know why you're saying no, to discuss it with them, first and tease it out.
Well, it's very important that both parents are aware of the boundaries.
Yes.
And not alone both parents, the grandparents know the boundaries as well.
Yes.
Children today, I feel, push boundaries more than the children of, say, 20 or 30 years ago.
They're less afraid than we were when, our children. Do you know? It is a good thing.
I think it means then that they have better communication with their parents.
It's very important to instill into children to bring all their problems home to Mammy and Daddy.
I think you have to set boundaries. You have to ask children to sit down. You can't have them running. Well, that's what I believe. But I think what's happening is that they have, well, I won't say free for all, but they can just say, no, I won't have that today. You have to make some kind of rule. I think it's gone too casual, let's say.
I feel sorry for children now, because when we were young, we had great freedom. Yeah. With independence, you got away, you could do things. Wasn't someone watching you every minute of the day. You had, you could play freely. We were told a lot of really silly stories, things that would happen. Yeah, that if you went there was a mad hare there, or there was something like that. To keep you away from dangerous places. So you wouldn't go to them then,
Yes.
There's so much out there to look at now with the social media and everything, and phones and all sorts of stuff. We're learning ourselves now with our own kids, grandkids and stuff, because a lot of this stuff wasn't there when we were around.
There's a sense of safety about having the mobile phone as well. Yeah, there is, in my opinion, a very positive aspect to it.
These modern phones, as you said earlier on there, they have everything on them. For me, the text and the phone is enough. And that's the way it should be for kids too, I think. I think so, yeah, definitely, yeah.
A generation of younger parents now, and they never seem to come off the phone. If you're on the train or in a restaurant or anywhere and you look around you and there's no conversation, parents need to cop on that this is not normal.
I think that, meet them with a smile, not a mobile. I collect my grandchildren and I see them all there on the phone. God, they won't get telling them anything now. They're off their day.
It's all right there what we're saying, but I know even as adults, the minute we leave down our phone, where's my phone? Where am I doing with it? Where is it? You're going mad to know where it is, and just for a minute or two, you're depending on it.
I suppose I was lucky because I had family living around, and they really helped me. But I also had a lot of friends, and I know there was a small group. We used to meet. The other three ladies weren't from this area, so they were new. We used to meet every week in somebody else's house and let the children play.
My daughter there recently, she said they were after being at this creche. It's just outside Borough. And you drop off the kids to the creche and come back and collect them. Well, they were there and all the parents were there. They were all there for an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and they were all there. And she said, well, I met more people that I didn't even know existed in the area, and now, after being there for an hour and a half, all the kids enjoyed themselves playing, and they all got to meet new friends. And I'm after meeting new friends as well, she says, that because she's relatively new in the area, and that. And I suppose you need to get out like that, we didn't in our day, there was cows to be milked and there was this, that and the other thing,
Probably I'd say they should eat healthy meals first themselves anyway. They should not go to the chipper or to the, not that I like a few chips myself, but they should work by example anyway. That's number one, I think.
Back where we came from, we reared on a farm.
Okay.
We grew all our food.
Yeah.
The only thing I think we bought was sugar and tea.
Yeah.
And that was it. We had our own supply of food. Okay. And it was all grown in the field right beside the house.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's important now that the parents, even though they have busy schedules and that now, that they set aside time for to spend with their kids, maybe at the weekend or that, you know, for to just communicate with them, do little things with them and stuff like that, you know. Now, I do a lot of that when any time I have the kids, the grandkids, like I'd spend time with them, and I cook with them and that, I learn them how to do things.
I always find if you grow up with them and they can speak to you, they'll come and you can advise them the best you can. They're very open to children now compared to when we were growing up.
I think feelings weren't a big thing, weren't talked about very much when we were growing up, certainly, are really that much when we were rearing our children. Yes. You know, but feelings are very important now.
If you can instill into your children, no matter what happens in their lives, always remember the best love they'll ever have is amongst mum and dad. And mum and dad will do anything for that child and to bring that problem home.
It's a big world, but it's a great world out there. It's a better world today than it was in my younger days. There's much more things to do, better opportunities for education, a far better world. So I think young people should be encouraged to go out in the world and be self-reliant and work and do their own thing and be good people.
My favourite thing about being a grandparent is I can handle that.
My two little lads are in Dublin, and I go to meet them. The big greeting when I arrive, and money couldn't buy it.
I just feel so happy when I see them come, and they bring an energy and a life, and you just can't see enough of them.
I think they keep us young as well. We may not realise it, but I think they do.
Not having them under your feet all the time is great, because when you don't see them as often as you should, you look forward to seeing them more.
Yeah.
You know, it's great. But I find that when they go back, the part that gets me is the silence.
Yeah.
They're gone. You know, and you come in and you go, listen, so they're not pulling out you, they're not pulling toys around the place. And it's just that silence that's really, you miss them immediately.
Yeah.
I think it's nice to see another generation coming along. It's about life, and it's about, the same as you see the grass growing at this time of year. It's nice to see, it's like the spring of the nature, to see the grandchildren or younger generation coming along, and you see your genes being passed to another time. Hopefully they'll live as long as we live and have a good life.